Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's Wild Rift guide. In today's guide, we're going to be taking a look at Varus. Now, Varus is still a very strong champion at the moment. He still has a lot of damage, and he also has a new item that really does help his kit and really does help his damage output during the game. If you want me to keep pumping out this content every single day and want me to continue with these ongoing guides, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel and comment down below what champion you all want to see next. Now, moving on to Varus. Now, with this build, this is a very poke heavy Varus build. So most of the time you will be using your first ability at range to poke down your enemies. You have Manamune as the first item. Gives you attack damage, some mana, and some ability haste. Now, with Manamune, you want to actually stack up as quick as possible. So you kind of want to go for this item first. You don't really want to go the same as the Ezreal build where you go tier into another item into like finishing Manamune. With Varus, you want to finish Manamune because you don't spam abilities as much as Ezreal. So it will take a bit of time to stack up over time with Manamune, but it will still allow you to get that huge massive power spike and will still allow you to do a lot of damage. Moving on to the boots, we have the Lucidity boots, which gives you even more ability haste. So your first ability will be off cooldown sooner. This is really important just to keep spamming out your abilities. And obviously it reduces the spell cooldowns as well by 15%, which is really nice. And obviously you get that nice little movement speed as well to help you get back to the lane. In terms of boots upgrades, again, pretty much the same as other ADCs. Stasis Enchant is really good against all them assassins. I really like Proto Belt on Varus. It allows you to escape or have that little bit of an extra dash, because with Varus you don't really have a lot of mobility, so you can use that dash to maybe dash forward and use your ultimate or try and dash away from targets, or you can go for Quicksilver if you're against a lot of crowd control as well. But any of them boots upgrades are a great option. Next item, we have Ghostblade. Ghostblade is still a really nice item for Varus. It is quite cheap. You do get a lot of attack damage and ability haste, and you got a lot of armor penetration. Now, obviously, in this build, you have a lot of armor penetration because you're going to be doing a lot of damage against some tanks, but also against all them squishy units as well, especially with your first ability. Now, with Varus as well, you will be able to get, obviously, that big bunch of movement speed as well with the momentum passive. And also you get the spiritual haste as well, which attacking with maximum momentum grants 25% attack speed for a few seconds. So overall, just a really nice item just to give Varus that little bit of movement speed, a little bit of attack speed, and obviously allowing you to just deal out a lot of damage. Now, the next item is a new item and a really strong item for Varus, which is Serlyda's Grudge. Obviously gives you attack damage and ability haste again, and loads of armor penetration. But the main important part is the icy part, very similar to Ezreal. Damaging active abilities and empowered attacks slow enemies by 30% for 1 second. Now, your first ability, you're going to be using that a lot at range, and you'll be using that with all the slows that you get from the icy passive from Grudge. So your first ability, your third ability, and even your ultimate as well when you land that. All of this will slow down the enemy, so it makes it a lot easier to either auto attack or to for your team to follow up as well, or anything like that. And it's just really nice item just at range, just to slow down the enemies, and it just does a lot of damage as well. And it's just a great utility item for Varus to kind of help him out. Then for the next item, we have Duskblade. Duskblade is still a really strong item before this poke Varus build. 55 attack damage, 10 ability haste, more armor penetration again. And Night Stalker is really good as well, because at range you'll be using your abilities, and most of the time you'll kind of be unseen as well, which is really important. So with Duskblade, with Night Stalker, being unseen for 1 second causes your next attack against the champion to deal bonus physical damage, and obviously it slows them as well by 99%, sorry, for 0.25 seconds. Really nice item, just a lot of damage. Obviously gets that little bit of a slow in as well, so you can actually slow the enemies quite a lot with this on top of icy at the same time. And yeah, just a really great item. And then for last item, we have Guardian Angel. Now, as mentioned before, Varus does not have a lot of mobility, so you will kind of get vulnerable at times, so you do need to kind of stay back and play passive a little bit. Obviously, Guardian Angel is there as your little bit of an edge, just in case you do get caught out. Obviously, you have the Resurrect, so upon taking lethal damage, which normally means that you die, you instead restore 50% health and 30% mana after 4 seconds of stasis, and you come back to life. So, really nice item to kind of keep you alive and keep you safe. You can go for other items as well if you don't want to go Guardian Angel. There's a few options, not really a lot of options. I wouldn't really go Mortal Reminder, as you already have the Serlyda's Grudge as kind of your big armor pen item. More of Malmortius is not a bad item if you're against a lot of AP. Death Stance is also not a bad item as well. You can go for Umbral Glaive if you want to go for this more helping your team with clearing vision and everything, because obviously with Umbral Glaive being spotted by an enemy ward reveals traps and disables walls around you for 8 seconds, and you can instantly destroy them as well with 1 auto attack. So it's quite a good item. Does give you that attack damage and ability haste as well in there if you do want that. I wouldn't really go for any attack speed or anything. Doesn't really help that much. But yeah, most of the time you just want to really go for Guardian Angel, which is the main defensive item. In terms of runes, Summon Airy is a great rune. With Varus, obviously you won't be attacking a lot and you won't be dealing a lot of auto attack damage. With Airy, it's mainly used to just allow your pokes to do even more damage. That's why we don't use Conqueror in this build, because you're not really going to be auto attacking a lot and getting them 5 stacks really quickly. You're just going to be sitting back, using your first ability and use your third ability and your ultimate at range, and just poking every single time it's off cooldown. So Conqueror doesn't really help. Fleet Football doesn't really help either. That's why we go for Summon Airy, just to get that little bit of extra damage. Champion now, with obviously Champion, a high risk, high reward rune. With Varus, you do want to stay back, you do want to play very safe, so most of the time, hopefully you won't be dying more than 2 times. Obviously with Champion, you gain 8% damage against champions, and you lose 4% each time you die until the bonus disappears. If you don't want to go Champion, you can go for Brutal as well if you want to. Or Gathering Storm is also a great option as well, because with Varus, you're going to be scaling into late game when you're stacking up the Manamune into Mirror Mana and with all the other items. Most of the time, I like to go for Champion. Hunter Titan, again, a really nice rune. Maximum health, tenacity, all really helps out a lot. And then Sweet Tooth is in there to get that little bit of extra healing from the Honey Fruit and that free gold. And then you have Flash and Barrier, or Heal, depending on what your support takes. But yeah, Varus is still a great champion at the moment. I'd say he's like A tier, S tier at the moment. It's just that he doesn't obviously really benefit from all the crit items and all the really strong crit items that are in the game at the moment. So he has kind of fallen down the list a little bit. But he still is really strong. You still can carry with him. Again, he's more of a utility-based AD carry. He doesn't really do a lot of damage compared to the crit builds. But he can still stay back and he can still affect the team fights, especially with his ultimate. I'm going to quickly go into practice now to show you all a few tips and tricks with Varus. So I will be right back. Now, as mentioned with Varus, you are going to be most of the time staying away of auto attack range with Varus. You're going to be using your first ability and all your abilities at range. And obviously with this, I have the full build available at the moment. And with this full build, like I said, with your abilities, you'll be able to use the Icy effect to slow down all your enemies. So you can keep using your first ability over and over again. As you can see, it's only like a 4 or 5 second cooldown. So you can keep using this every single time to slow down your enemies. Now, there is another great thing. If you are in auto attack range of champions, I would highly recommend using your second ability. Now, it has a passive, but it also has an active as well. So that's really important. Now, when you activate, every single time you auto attack, you see the little orange blobs that are around the edges. They are your blight stacks. Now, if you get 3 blight stacks, and when you use your first ability after that, as you can see, it instantly goes off cooldown, because with your blight stacks, you'll be able to use this every single time. 3 auto attacks, use your first ability. 3 auto attacks, use your first ability again. And you'll be able to quickly just deal even more damage. Now, using your ultimate will apply blight stacks over time. So when you use your ultimate, as you see, if I don't auto attack or do anything, as you can see, the champion now has 3 blight stacks. You can use your ultimate and use your first ability at range, so you can quickly use your first ability again straight afterwards. And this is a absolutely disgusting and crazy combo. So you can keep using your first ability over and over again. So not only will you be dealing more damage, you'll be slowing more enemies. But like I said, if you are in auto attack range, it's really important to just auto attack 3 times and then use your first ability. You don't have to activate the ability at all. You can activate the ability if it is available, because you will be able to deal more damage, but most of the time it's just the passive part, being able to apply the blight stacks, and then with the blight stacks you can use your first ability at range to allow you to get your first ability back up again as soon as you hit it. So yeah, just a really important tip there with Varus. Your third ability obviously also slows with Icy as well. And yeah, your ultimate is just a great just a great tool to be able to spread it across the whole team. I just wanted to give you that little quick tip. Now with Varus as well, as you're moving towards the laning phase, if you are trying to stack up the Manamune, the best thing to do as you're walking to lane like I'm doing now, is use your first ability but cancel it. This will reduce the cooldown by half. And as you can see at the bottom of my screen, it's still applying the mana charge stacks, the Tear of the Goddess stacks. Because this works as soon as you activate the ability. So you can keep doing this over and over again. Obviously, you will use your mana, so you have to be quite careful. But you can just quickly do this over and over again. And this will be an easy way and a much quicker way to be able to stack your Manamune up until you get your Mirror Mana. Now, obviously, with your Mirror Mana, it allows you to deal even more damage with your abilities. So as you walk into lane, make sure you use your third ability. Make sure you use your first ability, but cancel it in the top right-hand corner so the cooldown gets reduced. And yeah, that's pretty much it, to be fair. I think that's everything. Like I said, Varus is still a really, really fun champion. Really, really good champion as well that you should definitely give out a try. We'll show you some gameplay as well now from my stream, so I hope you all enjoy. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all very soon. Peace. Riven Fleet sus. I don't know. I don't really know how to play Riven, to be fair, so I can't really say anything about that.
Pity those who cross me.
Let's go, let's go. Yeah, the only item that's really changed on Varus is the Grudge. The Grudge is a really, really nice item. Really, really nice item.
Deliver them to their end. They will know regret.
This is a free skin that I got as well from the chest. So cool.
I'm on borrowed time. The cost of your
So I'm actually able to use one of my free skins that's not a Soraka free skin. We take that as a dub.
There is no salvation.
We take that as a W.
They will know regret. I do what I must.
It's kind of annoying.
My arrows always find their marks. Deliver them to their end.
Enemy slain.
I'm on
Danger.
borrowed time.
Danger. Danger. Retreat from the enemy champion.
My arrows
Not bad, not bad.
find their marks.
Chat, are you just trying to make my room into a disco right now? It's really bad because I don't have my blinds pulled down or my like curtains pulled down. But everyone outside my room right now who lives like in the same street, all they see is just like disco lights.
Enemy slain.
What would you do, chat, if someone in your someone on your road was just chilling and just had a bunch of disco lights going off in their room?
Beware a man with nothing to lose.
Ally slain.
There is no salvation.
How do you control light? Exclamation mark lights. It's pretty simple. Do exclamation mark lights. Exclamation mark lights. And you can set it to a bunch of different colors. Whatever color you want. This is when a whole disco pops off in my chat. Of just like people saying different colors. I knew this was gonna happen. This has been like the most boring laner phase I think I've ever played in this game.
Enemy slain.
My purpose is clear. Beware a man with nothing to lose.
Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna go back.
Under attack. Ally slain.
I am forsaken.
You're all going mad. You're all going mad, chat. You're all going mad.
Your team has slain the dragon. Top turret is under attack. Double kill. Attack the turret.
My ultimate there was so good to cut them all off.
Beware a man with nothing to lose.
Unlucky.
Turret destroyed.
Blue still had ultimate, which is a little bit unlucky.
I do what I must.
That's fine though. All good. Go for my CDR boots now and head towards going for Grudge.
I am.
Hey, what's up, MSGR? How you doing? Ronnie's above or remove the stupid dragon. I mean, they're not going to remove the dragon thing. Because that's been in PC League for a long time. I'm not going to remove that.
No regret. Beware a man with nothing to lose.
Nice.
Slain an enemy.
Nice, quick and easy kill.
Oblivion. There is no
Middle turret is under attack. Your team has slain Great Terror. Enemy turret destroyed.
Oh, wait, I hit?
Killing spree.
I don't know if I actually hit that or not.
beware of
You might have just flashed into it, I'm not too sure.
Slain.
Not bad.
Shut down.
bloodshed.
We're doing good, we're doing good. We are doing good, chat. We are doing good.
I'm on borrowed time.
I'd stay in base for another longsword. Why not? Build ourselves towards another longsword. What's going on, Suck Nasty? How's it going?
Beware a man with nothing to lose.
Don't like Distractor? You know, not at all, Nightmare. Not at all, mate.
No forgiveness.
The lights do not distract me at all.
I am forsaken. I'm on borrowed time.
Rampage. Double kill. Unstoppable.
Beware a man with
You are on a killing spree.
Nice.
Slain.
Very, very nice dive.
I'm on borrowed time.
Yeah, I still think Varus is pretty strong, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Varus definitely does seem really, really good. And now you'll see with this item as well, the Grudge item.
Your team has slain
Every single time you land an ability, you're just gonna slow them now. Every time you land poke with your first ability, it's just gonna slow them all the time. Maybe it's worth going Ghostblade and then Grudge, but I'm not too sure. Not really too sure.
Ally slain.
There is no salvation.
Yeah, as you can see, my abilities on the minions.
There is no salvation.
Every single time I land one, you see, just a bunch of slows.
Top turret is under attack.
My purpose is clear. Deliver them to their end.
And you get a nice, easy pick off like that. Beautiful. You love to see it. The slows are so dumb, actually.
Slain Baron Nashor.
The slows are really, really dumb on Varus. And it's really good because you mainly go full, like, armor penetration anyway.
I'm on borrowed time. There is
Dominating.
no salvation.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Rude.
Turret destroyed.
That was a bit rude.
Deliver them to their end. My purpose is
I just stand there emoting and they started attacking me. How rude is that?
Godlike.
I guess we just ended the game now. Not a bad game.
Enemy turret destroyed.
We don't talk about that. Oh my god, that damage. Long range slows. Oh, that combo right at the end. Dirty. Nice game.